Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or good afternoon, should I say, ladies and gentlemen. This is the T95E6. It is the second tier 10 collectible coming in the winter Christmas New Year event. And I think you can get this from the auction, I believe. But as the T22, we're not going to talk about how we're going to get this tank. We're going to talk about the tank itself. Now, as said, it is a tier 10 collectible and it is American and it's a heavy. And I've been playing this a lot on last night after I played the T22. And at the start, I hated this tank. I really did. I just couldn't have any decent battle. I was just getting wrecked. Maybe it was because of the focus. I'm not sure. But then I started playing it differently. And I started actually doing okay in it and having some quite nice battles. So let's get through the stat-wise itself. We're going to look at Blitz hanger here. Because we're going to look at the armor as well, and it's all together, so no point using Blitz stars and this. So the DPM 2850, and it has 258 penetration, and it does 400 alpha damage. Now it is a 120mm gun with the rate of fire at 7.13, which gives that a reload of 8.42. Aim time 1.9, dispersion at 0.326, and that gives you a gun depression also of 10 degrees, which isn't so bad. 42 kilometers per hour. It isn't so bad. So let's look at the armor profile itself. Now this tank, it's got a massive hatch, and when I mean a massive hatch, it's massive. Which means you can't hide it. You can hold down as much as you like. And sorry for the noise in the background. Kieran's back. So if you go down in a hold down position, you can't hide. It's just, look at the size of it. You're going to get spotted very quickly. You're going to get penned when you hold down. But having a look at it, it is quite troll, except for the very top bit, which is yellow. That is only 43. So if someone's got a very good accuracy and you're just not moving at all, then that can be penned with Hesh all day long. But dead in the center, you're looking at about 222, 230 or so mil. So it is quite hard to pen, especially if you're wiggling your turret. It is quite troll. Now, you've got the gun mantlet, which is pretty much impenetrable, and at the side of that, you've got 283 mil on that side and 310 mil on that side. But obviously, that will go down the further you move your turret. Just above the gun mantlet, which is with the yellow part, 230 mil. Even though that's yellow, it's 76 mil, but effective it's 212. And now that means if you're looking down on the tank, that will become the 76 or 78, and that's what the effective armor means. Now, right at the bottom of your hull is where your weak plate is, and that's 117 mil. Again, the higher you look up, the further that will go down. So if you're using your gun depression, your weak spot right at the bottom becomes very easy to pen. So you need to be hull down because your front hull is quite strong. Again, 114 mil, but it's 234 effective. And again, if you start using that gun depression, that hull becomes very, very strong. 327 mil. In the middle, just above the yellow, that is quite weak, 129. And again, your turret's quite nice, to be honest. 143 on the side there. At the back is where you're going to get heshed. It's where you're going to get HE all day long. So you need to be facing your targets at all time. Just 19 mil on the back there. 55 on the back of the turret. So, and also, if on the left of the tank, you can see that little ball. Now, at first, I didn't think this was part of the actual tank itself, but looking at it, it's only 26 mil, and it looks like it can actually be penetrated. I haven't actually tested this, and again, I do apologise for the noise in the background. My son is playing with his toys. So yeah, I don't know if that, I haven't tested it, but if that is penable, that is very weak indeed. So that is pretty much enough of the armor profile itself. Let's get into some battles. So we have 2 battles for you today, and it's pretty much the best 2 battles I've had, and they're nothing special. So first up we have Burg, and we are going to go up. There's 1 medium on each team, 1 light tank on each team, and our back chat does a very good job in spotting them. Now on my team is a very good friend of mine, Dimebag Barrel, and I didn't realise it was actually him until the very end when the screen team results come up. So most of the team have been spotted, the Leopard, the back chat, and the Leopard is in a very bad position. First shot, we damage his ammo rack, and for some reason he doesn't want to repair it. But that's bad news for him, because our last shot can ammo rack him. So we would have killed him anyway, but it's always nice to have an ammo rack. So the back chat is also gone, so we've literally destroyed the enemy, and you can see all our team is together. We are all working as a team, and on the mini map you can see 3 tanks all by our spawn. So that straight away, when a team splits up like that and 1 team goes together, it's an automatic win. Now this Chieftain Mark 6, we're going to completely annihilate him, and we're going to go back up and we're going to get a nice bounce onto the turret, and then we're going to poke forward and we're going to get rid of him. So it just leaves the 4 tanks remaining. 1 is the grill, so I'm not going to go towards him because he's very low hit points. So this tank, it plays kind of like an E5, mixed between an E5 and Mark 6, I would say. It's got lovely gun depression. The armor is very, very troll like the E5. It's got a nice gun, and when I was looking at all these, and I think when I started playing the tank, I thought, why don't I like this tank? Because I love the E5, I love the Chieftain Mark 6, but this tank just felt different. And maybe it's because I was YOLOing, or it was the first time this tank has been seen, so people was focusing me. I don't know. But as soon as I started playing it differently, more reserved, I started to play a little bit better. Now that was a very troll shot on the E4, didn't pin him, and that is pretty much all I'm going to do. So we bounce 1600 damage, we do 3000 damage for ourselves, and Dimebag in his E50M does an amazing job also. So we get a first class 74,000 credits. That is another thing about this tank that I have noticed. It actually earns really nice credits, and Dimebag there with the 4.6k. So yeah, it earns really, really nice credits. 758 assistant damage there, and I was quite surprised about how much credits this actually earned. So next battle, we are now platooning with Dimebag, and we are on Faust, and it is Supremacy. So straight away we head towards Cap C, just as you do, and usually as soon as you get to Cap C, Cap D normally starts to cap, but at the moment that isn't the case, and Cap A starts to get capped. So we're going to push forward, and we're going to push forward towards D, and just before we get to D, it starts capping. Now watch Dimebag's hit points. He gets absolutely wrecked from that Death Star, and if that wasn't enough, he's going to poke round and he's going to get a shot from the E75. So already 1 minute in, he is a 1 shot. So I now need to protect him. The E75 is poking forward. I would rather he shoots me than Dimebag, and we get 1 shot into him. Dimebag gets 1 shot into him, and now I'm going to protect Dimebag. I'm going to take the shots. I clear the E75. I take a shot from the Malshin. whatever it is. And now I'm going to get behind the Malshin, and hopefully he turns towards me, which he did start doing, which Dimebag then can get some damage. And as soon as he starts turning again, I'm not sure actually what he's looking at, but he's not looking at anyone really. And Dimebag managed to take him out. And just before I could shoot the mouse, the E100 takes him out. So already we've only got a cap, one cap. The enemy have got two caps. There are two TDs up here, and there is a light tank and a medium tank left. We are just winning on supremacy points, but that will soon change because they have got two cap points. And we're going to push two TDs. So there is a Death Star here. And I wanted to push the Death Star because I wanted him to pay attention to me, to see where he is going to aim at, because I want to see where the average player is going to aim at. And he does aim at that hatch. He does some damage, but it wasn't the maximum 1600 damage. And now we have a grill, and again he is aiming, he's aiming, and we're going to get a bounce on the inside of the track. And now we can poke forward. We're going to have the HE, we're going to set him on fire, and we're going to do 681 damage. So we blocked 1100 damage so far, but yet there's still a bat chat, and there's still an object 140 left to go. So we are now winning on cap points. 640, we've got two caps, the enemy have only got one cap. It's 5 versus 2. It shouldn't be a problem from here, but I want more damage. I'm not happy with my damage, and they start capping C, which means they are both down there, and they're going to both attack the pattern. So we're going to take a shortcut. We're going to get through here, and this is just I was high hoping for that shot, but it wasn't to be. Dimebag manages to track him, which means I can get a shot off without him looking at me. So we get one shot. The object 140 completely misses. Dimebag gets another shot into him. We're going to reload. He's going to shoot me once. I'm going to get one shot into him back. Dimebag puts him down to a one shot, and it means I can reload and I can kill him for my third and final kill. So as said, 1100 blocked damage. We finished the battle on 4.6k damage, which, because no one has got the tank, it is enough for an ace. 92,000 credits we got that battle. 1427 base XP, which is still quite a lot, and it's still enough to ace some tier 10s. So if I was to put my money on either this or the T22, it would definitely have to be the T22, but this tank isn't so bad. But for now, I'm Meaty69. I hope you enjoyed the video, and Kieran in the background, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.